The following contest is scheduled for one fall and is for the WWE Championship.
Possibly the two biggest egos in all of wrestling history are about to collide here tonight.
From San Antonio, Texas, weighing in at 227 pounds, the WWE European Champion, the Heartbreak Kid, Shawn Michaels.
How many times have we heard Shawn Michaels say, "I won't lay down for anybody"? And how many times have we heard Bret say, he's the best there is, the best there was, and the best there ever will be? It is put up or shut up time for both men.
Well, Shawn Michaels certainly not endearing himself to the fans here in Canada.
Well, HBK is arrogant, but he is the greatest athlete in the history of World Wrestling Entertainment, bar none.
I'd like to see you tell Bret Hart that. You can feel the electricity.
His opponent from Calgary, Alberta, Canada, weighing in at 234 pounds, he is the WWE Champion, Bret Hitman Hart.
And what an ovation for the 21-year veteran who debuted at the age of 19 in 1976 in Calgary.
Shawn Michaels would not allow D-Generation X to accompany him to the ring tonight, and likewise, Bret Hart would not allow the Hart Foundation to accompany him either.
You know, this is not about the money. This might not even be about the title.
These two men truly believe in their hearts that they are the better man.
Oh, come on, guys. Let's not kid ourselves. This is all about power. You know it, and I know it.
The WWE Championship, one of the most highly contested titles in the world of professional wrestling. Will Bret Hart remain champion? Will Shawn Michaels carry the gold once again?
This has been one of the most heated rivalries we've ever seen. Bret and Shawn are just so diametrically opposite. I don't think there's any way they could ever coexist peacefully.
It's really a matter of pride versus arrogance, and each of them are guilty of both. You can literally feel how much tension there is in the air here in Montreal.
It's been rumored that if he loses here tonight, this might be Bret's last match in the WWE. That just adds to how much is on the line here. Woo, what a backbreaker!
Every shot these two throw at each other tonight is being delivered with such venom, such disdain.
Oh, that's to be expected, the way these two have been exchanging verbal jabs at each other for a long time now.
I can only put it this way. The words Bret and Shawn use for each other are not suitable for children to hear.
To be honest, they're not suitable at a bar either, Wade.
Oh, no, not at all. You'll have quite the ruckus at the pub using the names Bret and Shawn have called each other. And he's taking this to the outside now.
Just from a style standpoint, Bret and Shawn are totally opposite. Bret's slow, methodical, with a technical approach, versus Shawn's fast, explosive offense.
We also know that neither of them is above doing whatever it takes to get the advantage. We could go back and forth about which style is better, but it all boils down to simply who wants it more. And we all know how good these two men are in the ring. You can argue two of the best to ever do it. But tonight, I don't think either man cares about showing off technical skill. These two just want to fight.
When it's gotten to this level, when it has become so personal, there is nothing else to expect. All that is left.
These two are clearly fired up, going blow for blow. Turn it around. With a reversal.
Looks like a hockey puck's just broken out.
Boom!
What impressive determination from both competitors, keeping at each other no matter what.
This has turned into a violent game of chicken. Who's going to step off the gas first?
Oh, jarring uppercut. Just sent crashing to the arena floor. And he exits the ring.
Better watch the count.
Leg drop connected.
And Michaels, of course, has done nothing to endear himself to this Montreal crowd. In fact, Michaels and his D-Generation X posse have been nothing but juvenile to everyone they've encountered.
Well, delinquency is in the eye of the beholder, Michael Cole. You might not like the kids are getting detention. Oh, and that's what you get for disrespecting your opponent.
And here he is, heading back into the ring. Bang! He finds a counter.
Leaning on the turnbuckle here.
Oh, kicks right to the midsection. Opponent dropped in the corner.
Mudhole stomping.
His core clearly the offensive focus right now. Solid bit of defense on his part there.
Denying the attack from Michaels. And if Bret Hart isolates the leg and feels the advantage. Figure 4. Leg lock.
Needs to find a way out, reversing the pressure. That'll break the hold. Kick to the gut.
Oh, what a right. Hart wasting no motion on the counter.
The Hitman looking to inflict even more punishment in unique fashion, like only the excellence of execution can.
Ring post figure 4 by Bret Hart.
Bret's bent on destroying HBK with moves like that.
Side Russian leg sweep. And to speak on the elephant in the room, yes, there's been a lot of speculation that if Bret Hart loses this match, this will be his last match in WWE.
Yeah, I tried to get a word from the Hitman earlier today about the rumors, but I was quickly escorted away by his Hart Foundation brethren.
It's a rumor cloud that hangs above the collective minds of this capacity crowd. Such an anxious feeling inside this arena.
And what a maneuver we just saw there. And he slides him back to the mat.
He is looking to do some serious harm.
Heading out, but needs to be aware of the referee's count.
Oh, boss, stretch applied.
Countering that offense.
Brilliant countering by both competitors.
Double underhook applied.
Butterfly suplex.
His body has been the main focus of a lot of offense tonight.
Yeah, I think he's going to be feeling the effects of this match for a few weeks, Wade. Clearly lost in the moment. He better snap out of it.
The crowd is behind Shawn, and he knows it. The ref's count continues. He better hustle back into the ring.
He beat.
And Bret on the top rope, and the referee knocked down, guys.
Well, took down Shawn Michaels, but accidentally took down the ref in the process. And at this point, all bets are off.
Michaels to the eyes of the Hitman. Shawn taking advantage of the referee's state at the moment. But what is HBK thinking now? Oh,
And now look A sharpshooter. Bret Hart's own move. Shawn Michaels trying to turn him on his belly.
And the referee dropped once again as Bret kicked Michaels away.
And another ref's in.
What is going on here?
I guess we're not going to get a screw job tonight, Wade.
What a crossbody!
Oh, he cuts it off.
And that is a lot of blood starting to pour from Bret's head.
And crashing to the floor goes Bret.
Shawn Michaels trying to fire himself up.
He's out of the ring. What does he have in mind now? And he gets the better of HBK.
He's got something in store. Blow to the abdomen gets them out of that. Oh, what a clothesline.
And now gets tossed into the ring. Step through. Here it comes. Bret Hart. Sharpshooter. He's able to reach the ropes and force the release. Michaels with the awareness.
We're locked in reversals here. Neither competitor intimidates.
Pin to decide the championship. Oh my God, did you see that? Kick out at one.
How on earth?
HBK thought he put the last nail in his opponent's coffin, but we still got a long way to go before we can turn the lights out on this one.
This match has gone above and beyond anything anyone expected tonight.
Neither Shawn nor Bret look like they're going to relent to the other. This has been more about punishing each other than winning the title.
Just having their face stomped.
Effective counter.
Gets out of there with an elbow to the gut.
Hooked up. Shin breaker.
HBK looking to silence. Wait.
Bret retains the title.
Here is your winner and still WWE Champion, Bret Hitman Hart.
You can feel the uncertainty in the air already.
Yeah, who knows what Bret is going to do now?
A lot of questions still unanswered here.
CM Punk is here, and he is ready to return to the Extreme.
Falls count anywhere in the ECW arena against Cactus Jack. I have a feeling that Extreme will only be scratching the surface during this match.
From Chicago, Illinois, weighing in at 218 pounds, CM Punk!
Taking nothing away from Punk, an ECW World Champion in his own right. Is he truly ready for tonight? Because the ECW that CM Punk was a part of and the ECW that Cactus Jack was a part of are two completely different breeds.
Very true, but Punk has always embodied the heart and soul of ECW, no matter what era. And we know he's got a big enough chip on his shoulder to want to prove that at any cost tonight.
What we should really worry about is what Cactus Jack plans to do to Punk's heart and soul tonight. Because if Cactus has his way, it won't be pretty. And it won't be for the faint of heart.
CM Punk ready to go to battle. Ready to stand toe-to-toe with ECW's infamous Cactus Jack.
A disturbed, violent man with his sights set on CM Punk.
From Truth or Consequences, New Mexico, weighing in at 287 pounds, Cactus Jack!
Whether it's in Truth or Consequences, New Mexico, Tokyo, Japan, or Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, Cactus Jack is revered as the most sacred of all hardcore icons around the world. And with the Falls Count Anywhere stipulation tonight, he might just drag CM Punk all the way around the globe during this match. Two men who have no problem making a show of force to get their message across.
And there is no better stipulation in no better venue to make such a show of force than a Falls Count Anywhere match in the ECW arena.
Ladies and gentlemen, I have no idea what we're going to see in this match. I just know that if either man has their way, we'll be seeing someone standing tall over a bloody foe.
Don't be so sure the winner won't be a bloody mess too. Cactus Jack may be violence personified, but CM Punk didn't become the best in the world by shying away from getting his hands dirty when the situation calls for it. And in Falls Count Anywhere, you best believe the situation definitely calls for it.
Stepping out of the ring here. Absolutely no telling what's underneath the ring tonight.
Looks like he's opting for Old Faithful here, the steel chair.
Whiplash neckbreaker.
Ooh. The picture of pure dominance.
That's what.
Steel chairs aren't supposed to...
Folks, I can already warn you, this match will not be for the faint of heart. The war of words between these two men, CM Punk and Cactus Jack, has come and gone, and now it's time for a war of wills. A war of weapons, a war of whatever sadistic machinations have been running through these men's minds.
It does not get more hardcore than the ECW arena, especially when it's Falls Count Anywhere. CM Punk and Cactus Jack, two men who remain stalwart and resolute in their convictions through blood, sweat, and tears.
Smart money's on a whole lot of all three of those things in this match, gentlemen. Cactus will make sure of it.
Oh, a declarative, decisive shot.
Oh, what an axe handle.
Cactus Jack can really brawl with the best of them, especially the more physical the match gets. In fact, ladies and gentlemen, I have no idea what we're going to see in this match. I just know that if either man has their way, we'll be seeing someone standing tall over a bloody foe.
Don't be so sure the winner won't be a bloody mess, too. Cactus Jack may be violence personified, but CM Punk didn't become the best in the world by shying away from getting his hands dirty when the situation calls for it. And in Falls Count Anywhere, you best believe the situation definitely calls for it.
With a leg drop.
Fans have long awaited this showdown, as Punk and Jack's paths have never quite crossed.
Indeed, Corey. Around the time Cactus Jack was winding down his full-time career, CM Punk's career was just beginning. While Cactus did have a brief in-ring return as Mick Foley in 2006, it ended a few months before CM Punk's debut.
And in both of those cases, Father Time had a hand in determining who would be the better competitor. Tonight, we're getting both men in their prime, and I cannot wait to see the destruction that ensues. But wait, look at this determination to get out of this, to create separation.
A Falls Count Anywhere match certainly lends itself to extreme activity. There are no rules that govern how you score said pinfall or submission. We both know Punk and Jack are certainly able to get extreme.
Both men have strong ties to the birthplace of Extreme, ECW. CM Punk began his career in WWE as part of the ECW brand, with multiple ECW title reigns to his name. Cactus Jack put the company on the map during its infancy and became a multi-time tag team champion during ECW's heyday.
It's once again an ECW original versus some new blood. Let's see which side prevails this time. And Cactus Jack is just so unpredictable. When you're in the ring with him, you never quite know what he's going to throw at you.
Well, I'd usually counter that you...
On a small package here.
Kicks out at just one. Not yet.
As these two Extreme legends brawl, I just have to sit here and appreciate the atmosphere that we are seeing Falls Count Anywhere in one of the most famous arenas in wrestling history.
Indeed, the ECW arena has been where many extreme icons have been created. And in these hallowed halls, two legends are currently doing battle.
Let me correct you there, Mike. CM Punk looking to end things here.
Boom! GTS!
Is it enough for Punk? Oh, into the pin attempt.
Kicked out at one? Even the ref can't believe it.
Just barely more than one. What on earth are we witnessing?
Punk took his best shot, gave him everything he had, but just... And things backstage are getting quickly out of hand.
Bro, they're done playing nice. They've got some serious aggression that needs to be worked out, and this just might be the best way to do it. Ooh, got caught with a punch to the face.
Punk formulating a move.
Sit out! Pile driver!
And he evades sudden, swift, and brutal impact.
Point of the elbow, nailed it.
Quick maneuvering, managing to avoid that bit of offense.
He's tied up. Clothesline! Jack wards that attack off.
Punk now locks in that double under.
Hoisted up, double underhook. Weaves out, and a clothesline counter. Using the chair with no caution at all.
Punk dodges out in time. Oh, I think I felt that one.
Setting them up on the table.
Oh, man. There he goes up that ladder.
Now finds himself in quite the... Oh, my goodness. Not from up there.
A bad idea executed at the wrong time. It could not have gone any worse.
My God. Did you hear that chair shot?
Oh, gosh. Our ref getting caught in the crossfire.
Oh, what a lariat. Oh, no, I can't imagine what's going to happen next.
I can't wait to find out. A plethora of ways to get imaginative up there, none of which are sanctioned by the WWE. Bam! Catches the kick. Spectacular counter into a dragon screw.
Boom! No good ever comes from fighting on the stage, and this should be no exception.
Turns it around. Boom! Snaps the leg across the head. Looks like he's coming back in. Moves from the ring to the outside. Turns that back on CM Punk.
That's a well-targeted attack to the body.
No, no, no.
Good Lord, taking flight.
The next level accuracy needed to hit that move cannot be understated.
And the body control, just amazing athleticism.
Headshot, just sickening.
Violent artistry, courtesy of Cactus Jack and CM Punk. That's what this bloodthirsty crowd clearly wanted. And now, that is exactly what they are getting. At both of these men's expenses, physically and mentally.
Cactus Jack looking for the double arm DDT.
Has Cactus Jack delivered the exclamation?
Uh-oh, mandible claw, mandible claw!
Cactus Jack just executed a pick.
Shoulders down, this could be it!
Oh, he is sadistic. That's the only way to explain why he just abandoned that pin attempt.
Whip back into the ring. What a counter! Cactus Jack's finally able to slow all that incoming offense.
This could be the turning point for it. Cactus Jack looking for the double arm DDT.
That could be Punk's demise. Going for the pin. Is this over?
2 count.
Cactus Jack once again thriving in the land of extreme.
Here is your winner, Cactus Jack!
Cactus Jack standing tall in the ECW arena. He and CM Punk just went to war.
One can only imagine how satisfied Cactus Jack must be with both the violence he just inflicted on Punk and the violence that Punk just inflicted on him. I imagine that for Cactus Jack.
The best in the world, CM Punk.
Ready to try his hand at clobbering a rattlesnake.
From Chicago, Illinois, weighing in at 218 pounds, CM Punk!
CM Punk has been in many epic battles, fought some of the all-time greats, but he's never faced a challenge like the Texas Rattlesnake.
But that's exactly what Punk came here for. He's not looking for a night off. Punk wants to test himself against a man who he thinks is one of the best to ever put on a pair of boots. Stone Cold Steve Austin.
Yeah, but we'll see how Punk feels when those boots are stomping a mud hole in his chest.
CM Punk looks ready for this. I might even go so far as to say excited.
Well, it's not every day you get to tangle with a legend. Punk's dreamed of this chance to stare down Steve Austin. The Texas Rattlesnake is here, looking to hunt down CM Punk.
From Victoria, Texas, weighing in at 252 pounds, Stone Cold Steve Austin!
Steve Austin looks ready for a fight.
And he looks even more ready to teach CM Punk a lesson.
CM Punk wanted this. He wanted his shot against Stone Cold Steve Austin.
Well, you get what you ask for, Punk. A tall, cold can of whoop-ass is about to be opened up in that ring.
This is it. No holds barred between CM Punk and Stone Cold Steve Austin.
Talk about hard-headed competitors who insist on playing by their own rules. Austin and Punk would be a tag team made in heaven if either of them could stand working with somebody else.
But sometimes it's similarities like that which breed the most contempt. At last, these two Hellraisers get a chance to see who the biggest rebel in all of WWE is. And Austin's plans fail there. Two men fighting right now that could not be any different when it comes to their backgrounds. Punk has often been a straight-edge antagonist, and Austin is forever known as a beer-swilling hero.
Yeah, these two would probably never hit the town together after a match, but there are so many other elements of their personalities that completely align. Both Punk and Austin are steadfast in their beliefs. They both love to fight more than anything. And
here he goes for the win.
Now Austin's still alive.
Easy kick out there, but they'll get harder soon.
Reorientating them in the corner here and averting damage there.
Showing Punk the door here.
Austin getting ready.
Perched up top.
Oh no, went big and pays for it.
And I think there was a moment of hesitation before the leap, and it made all the difference.
Disastrous turn of events could change the whole complexion of this match. What's something Punk has to really take into consideration facing off against old Stone Cold?
Punk has to realize that he can't count as much on his toughness here tonight as usual. Punk's a resilient guy, but Austin's offense can stop anyone dead in their tracks and have them begging for mercy. Punk might want to stay elusive and give Stone Cold the runaround.
He's playing mind games, waving that object around.
Okay, he should really focus on the match now. We get the point. Going outside. What's he got planned here?
Punk avoids the attack.
Differing in-ring styles from these two men. Punk is methodical with his strikes and submissions, while Austin prefers to brawl as soon as the bell rings. That seemingly favors the rattlesnake, doesn't it?
Look, nobody's going to bet against Austin in a no-holds-barred match. You think a man with an expensive MMA background like Punk doesn't know a few illegal moves that are normally grounds for disqualification? Well, tonight he's got them in his back pocket to snare an unsuspecting rattlesnake.
From the top. Diving double axe handle. Just like that, sent out of the ring.
He's heading back to the ring.
Decides to leave the confines of the ring. When asked about facing CM Punk, Austin claimed that he would push and prod to get the best out of Punk, to give Punk an even bigger mean streak than ever.
I'm not so sure that's humanly possible given the depths we've seen Punk sink to in order to secure a win, but I do not doubt the words of the rattlesnake. When you're in the ring against Austin, you have to be at your best, and CM Punk will certainly need to compete at his highest level to date in order to secure a win.
Stone Cold with a well-timed shot. Such punishment being dealt by Austin.
Austin is just stomping Punk down without any hesitation. Oh, he knows the power he wields right now, holding that chair.
Ooh, chucked that chair right at him.
Turns that in his favor. When asked about the locker room with Punk's prime, Steve Austin was a bit dismissive, saying he'd only need one or two moves to beat him. As to the top talent like Punk and John Cena, it would take, quote, 3 or 4.
Well, I'm sure Austin meant to include me in the latter group, but all that aside, the rattlesnake is veering into overconfidence with a comment like that. Could a legend like Austin beat most competitors handily? Yes. But to think he's also an echelon above first ballot Hall of Famers like Punk and Cena is a surefire way to be caught by surprise and suffer an embarrassing loss. Punk had enough. He's looking to end this here.
Sleep.
Is it the finishing touch Punk needs?
Not even a 2 count. What unbelievable power.
I don't believe it. Incredible resilience on display.
CM Punk thought that was enough. We thought that was enough, but somehow it didn't earn the 3 count.
Game on, guard. We got ourselves a hockey stick.
Something we've discussed before is that Punk represents the best of the modern era, and Austin the best of the Attitude Era. Both men have proven they can hang with the others' contemporaries.
You're right about that, Cole. Who can forget when Austin came out of retirement and defeated Kevin Owens in a main event battle at WrestleMania 38, which was also a no-holds-barred.
Looking like a game of tit for tat now. Oh!
The fight is on, and it's furious.
Neither competitor shows any signs of letting up or slowing down here. No end in sight to this exchange.
Each exchange just sapping the energy from these two.
Barely anything left, but still slugging away. I expected this match to be hellacious, but Punk and Austin are truly outdoing themselves.
Yeah, this is a level of intensity we do not often get to see.
The reversal. Well scouted.
Good God. Didn't need to counter into anything pretty.
Austin going big.
What a stunner by the rattlesnake.
CM Punk doesn't know.
Kick where? Stunner.
Nobody recovers when Austin hits that.
Gets out of dodge.
Right hand with
Kick where? Stunner.
There's no chance you're coming back from another one.
Here's the pin. A kick out. I don't believe it.
There is that legendary fighting spirit of Punk on full display.
And Austin is in a state of disbelief. Thought he had this man.
Inside cradle.
Oh, look at this small package. He breaks the ref's count before 2. Ref looks sharp there.
Well, you certainly can't complain about the officiating on that pin count.
We are witnessing history in the making here tonight.
This is certainly one that'll be talked about for ages. Counter by CM Punk. Huge kick connects.
And he finds a way to elude that attack.
Driven down.
Austin.
Look at him go. This could be it. Austin with the cover.
Stone Cold comes out on top. CM Punk has been defeated.
Here is your winner, Stone Cold Steve Austin!
Stone Cold Steve Austin. Still the toughest, meanest SOB around. Even CM Punk couldn't get the better of him.
Just goes to show what a singular talent Austin is. CM Punk might be the best in the world. He might be tough as nails, but the Texas Rattlesnake is just a different kind of animal.
You got that right. Ladies and gentlemen, it is time for a match many thought we would never see. Eddie Guerrero versus CM Punk.
Just listen to this ovation for the Second City Saint.
CM Punk just soaking it in, feeding off his hometown crowd.
From Chicago, Illinois, weighing in at 218 pounds, CM Punk.
This is what Eddie knew he was walking into tonight. The loudest, most passionate ovation you may hear all year.
Yeah, Cole, but Eddie also knows you don't wrestle a crowd. Punk may be feeling invincible right now, but once that bell rings, it's just him and Eddie.
And when you face Eddie Guerrero, things get very real very fast.
This is an emotional matchup for CM Punk, and you better believe Eddie knows that already. These two briefly crossed paths before Punk joined WWE.
Yeah, I know there's a lot of respect between the two of them right now, but once the bell rings, I expect that to all go out the window.
Latino Heat!
From El Paso, Texas, weighing in at 228 pounds, Eddie Guerrero.
Just look at that smirk on Eddie's face. He's eating this up, not being intimidated by all the noise, not being intimidated by Punk.
Eddie can match Punk with his technical ability, he can match him with his mental game, and he can match him on pure fighting spirit. And once upon a time, when they met in the ring before WWE, Eddie had the experience. You have to wonder if Eddie can exploit that and make Punk once again feel like a rookie.
You have to think that Eddie would love nothing more than to take the win from Punk here in front of his home crowd.
Yeah, Cole, but whenever CM Punk is in Chicago, he fights like a man absolutely possessed.
CM Punk squaring off against Eddie Guerrero. And just listen to this crowd here in Chicago.
They are feeling the heat indeed. The ring psychology we're about to witness from these two is something that will be studied for years.
Two men who met decades ago before either one reached their heights, but now Punk and Eddie are so evenly matched. This already might be a match of the year candidate.
You know, so often when we have these dream matches, there's some sort of stipulation involved. But for Eddie and Punk, tonight's a pure wrestling match.
And I wouldn't have it any other way. Yes, both men are known to lie, cheat, and steal, but there's an art form to doing so within the limits of the rulebook. Plus, even though both men are
From the top!
elbow drop, good Lord!
And now he gets back into the ring.
Clubbing blow.
This is going to be a slow, methodical match as much as it'll be a psychological one. Right now, I really can't tell who's got the advantage.
Punk and Eddie are so technically matched, I really think this one's going to come down to opportunities. Not only who can create them, but ultimately who can capitalize the fastest when those opportunities arise.
Check out the springboard. Did you see that? Propelled through the air.
And able to skirt around that attack.
CM Punk and Eddie Guerrero had a few matches with one another and from way up.
Double axe handle connects.
Again? He's making the climb again? I can't believe this. I understand getting yourself fired up, but he needs to stay on his opponent. Will he get up?
Airborne!
Taking a chance one more time and landing with incredible impact.
Oh, the center!
Top rope for Eddie.
And Guerrero is clearly looking for a fight here.
Here we go again. He made his point. Concentrate on the match instead of everything outside of it. Not sure if he's
Sky high.
Oh, the high risk gave me...
Oh, nice scoop roll up for the win. And he easily stops the ref's count.
He's not letting fatigue set in or get the better of him.
Great in-ring IQ on display there.
Outside of WWE, Punk and Eddie have had a handful of matches. But when it comes to singles bouts, the record between these men is tied at 1 win apiece, with a time limit draw as
From the top. Double axe handle connects.
and Latino Heat is really dialed in right now.
Right now, it's looking like Punk is struggling to compete with Eddie's in-ring IQ.
Punk sidesteps out of that.
Wards that off. What a response. That's that vintage Guerrero cockiness.
From the top.
Oh, and a diving Hurricane Rana. As we've seen so often, it's hard to find answers against Eddie, and Punk now knows that too. And he's looking for, look out. Off the mark with that one.
Scoreboard applied to put this one away.
And he kicks out of the pin and one.
Somehow able to kick out before a 2 count. How are they still going like this?
CM Punk has an in-ring IQ that's second to none. But I wonder if even he can plan for a man who immortalized the phrase, lie, cheat, and steal.
Corey, let's not discount that Punk has shown he can be underhanded as well. But something we know about Eddie is that he knows when to dig even deeper into his bag of tricks when facing a more seasoned opponent. I think we'll see some antics from Eddie tonight that even Punk has never seen.
Will he get on with it already? This is a fight.
Blast off.
He fails to connect. Oh, what a kick.
Setting them up in the corner. Good reflexes from him there.
I know CM Punk, and the man was always confident that he'd reach the mountaintop in WWE. But starting his career, guys his size weren't considered main event talent.
Seeing a guy like Eddie Guerrero, who once competed as a cruiserweight, up high.
Hurricane Rana.
Unbelievable athleticism.
Sharp elbow to the...
CM Punk looking to put his opponent away on his shoulders.
Go to sleep. Guerrero's on his last breath. We have just witnessed next level grit, resilience, and even more so, defiance. How do you stop that?
Punk took his best shot, gave him everything he had, but just couldn't get the pin. Kick from behind.
And Punk has got to feel like he did back when he was a rookie. He still doesn't know how to handle Latino Heat.
Big clothesline.
Oh, the elbow connects.
Getting to his feet, but nothing good is waiting for him.
Check out the springboard.
And that failed to hit the mark. A hard-driven boot to the stomach there.
Finds the room to land a back elbow. And Punk gets countered there.
Picture perfect drop kick. Thunderous club comes down. Very effective.
Reversal. And that turns things around.
And responds with a counter of their own. Oh, man, he has that insatiable look in his eyes.
Eddie with a reversal.
Ooh, accurate roundhouse.
Ooh, and fights back.
CM Punk looking to show off his power game now. Double underhook backbreaker. Going after the arm in a big way.
Punk never saw that coming.
What's CM Punk thinking?
Clothesline. Ooh, and he stops that offense.
Eddie's got Punk seeing more stars than on the Chicago flag after that one.
Taking things to the top rope.
From the top. Landing straight on the knees, not the intended outcome.
Guerrero's tangled up.
Gonna slam GTS. Night. Now CM Punk needs to end this.
How do you even do that? Kicking out at one after a move like that?
CM Punk thought that was enough. We thought that was enough, but somehow it didn't earn the 3 count.
Two men giving everything they have, their legacies, their pride, all on the line tonight.
Yeah, and neither Eddie or Punk look like they're willing to concede victory yet. Back and forth, this has been an absolute showcase of fighting spirit from Punk and Guerrero.
Fighting spirit or sheer stubbornness. Either way, everyone in the WWE Universe is hanging on every move here. Attack to the midsection.
Up the rope he goes.
From the top.
Knees up, had that telegraphed, but can it be capitalized on?
Beautiful. Float over neck breaker.
Picture perfect.
Leaning him against the turnbuckle right here. Escape just in time.
This athleticism is off the charts.
From the top. Oh, but he does it better. Frog splash connects.
There's 2. Oh, they just kicked out.
There is that legendary fighting spirit of...
What are they going to do here?
Oh, the clover leaf! Check out the torque on the back. CM Punk on the verge.
And he decides to let his opponent out of the hold.
Might have felt like he was losing a grip and didn't want the opposition to counter out of the submission. Oh, shoulder, elbow, all affected with that.
I can only imagine the amount of adrenaline coursing through these competitors' veins right now.
What an insane atmosphere. The energy in this building is palpable right now. Well-placed elbow to break up the maneuver. Oh, my Lord. What contact. Armbreaker. Deadlift. Look at the power here. Into a German suplex. 2.
Eddie Guerrero upsetting Punk in his hometown.
Here is your winner, Eddie Guerrero.
You can hear how split the arena here in Chicago is right now. Disappointment, their hometown hero lost, and respect for Eddie doing what he does best.
Yeah, and it wasn't for lack of trying. Punk threw everything he had at Guerrero. But in the end, he just...